Melbourne singer-songwriter Paul Dempsey is currently on his Strange Loop tour around Australia, and he's taken some time out at the Corner Hotel to have a chat with us. Paul, how are you doing?
I'm good, Steve. How are you?
Oh, fantastic.
Excellent.
Tonight is the second of your 3 sold-out shows at the Corner Hotel.
That's right.
How's the tour been going so far? Approaching the halfway point?
Yeah, look, it's been fantastic. I love touring. I would tour more if I could. We've been having a great time, and it's been so much fun having this band playing with me. We're all, just mates and just love playing together, and so we've been having a great time, and all the shows have been really good. The crowds have been unreal, so
fantastic.
Couldn't be happier. Is
it a different feeling up there having the solo band as opposed to Something for Kate backing?
Yeah, it is. It's just different personalities. Yeah. I just feel really lucky that I get to do both. Something for Kate. Obviously, I love playing with Clint and Steph, and then it's also fun to it's like going travelling with friends. And you get to get up and play rock and roll shows. So it's just different because of the personalities, and the music's quite different as well. In this band there's 5 of us, so there's a lot going on stage, and the set really sort of has lots of different textures and changes. So
great.
Yeah.
Now, with the album, it came out in May, so it's been about 4 months now. Taking some time back to sort of reflect on it and see how it's sort of travelled. How have you gauged the reaction to this being your second solo record?
Look, it's seems like it's been positive. It's funny to talk about. All the reaction I've seen on sort of people on social media and various reviews and stuff like that. It's all been really positive, so that's lovely.
Yep.
I think the most tangible thing to me though is just when you do go out on tour and the shows sell out, and you can actually you're face to face with people in the crowd who are singing the words to the new album, and you kind of that to me is the biggest and the best indication that people have kind of taken it to heart, and that it's connected.
Yeah. Well, one of the things, like the second album kind of has a just in general the feeling of a second album. There's a bit more pressure after the release of the debut album. Did you find any similarities between Strange Loop and Beautiful Sarks being the second Something for Kate album in the way that it sort of felt going into it?
Look, I always feel, I don't know if pressure is the right. Yeah, well, pressure is the right word. I always feel, but it's more personal pressure. It's more the pressure that I impose on myself to do something better, and to try and not do things that I feel like I've done before. So, look, I guess there is external sort of pressures and expectation from people because they really liked your last album and they're hoping that the new one's going to be as good as the last one. But I don't think about that as much as just my own internal kind of process of wanting to feel like that, just for me personally, that what I'm doing is a step forward and a progression and something that just feels fresh and exciting to me, because I'm the one that, I mean, look, obviously some people are going to love it, some people are going to hate it, and I've got no control over that. I'm the one who has to go out night after night and sing the songs, so it's more important to me that I want to go out and sing these songs every night.
First single, Morningless, which came out a bit before the album, and it took me by surprise in a good way because of how different it is to what I'd previously heard from the first album and from Something for Kate work. The driven bass, the change in tempo, did that seem to be a recurring theme? Like quite a lot of people were surprised at the song?
I don't know, I guess I don't really know what people thought of it. I don't kind of research it, but as I say, my vague impression is that it was a positive sort of reaction, and I don't know. As I say, you go out and play shows, and when you play that song, there's a sort of a flood of recognition, I guess, for people, and so that means they've heard it, they've connected with it, and that's good.
Was it something deliberate to go down a different path with the song, or did it just feel like natural?
No, that song just it came together in the same way that the other 10 songs on the record did, and then the decision for it to be a single, I guess, is what sort of sets it apart. But I don't really get involved in those decisions. There's a very short conversation with the record company people, and they're like, we think this should be the single, and I usually just go, that's fine with me. I don't really pretend to know what radio people want to play, or what's gonna, it's just, that's why there's record companies, and so I just kind of usually go, yeah, fine, that's the single, okay. But then, of course, what that means is a whole lot of people analyse why you chose that, and the answer is I didn't choose that. I wrote the song along with 10 other songs on the record, and it happens to be one that got a video made for it and stuff like that. But I don't really think about it any more than that.
Well, the second single, Idiot Oracle, had a video for that as well, which is a very interesting video shot in the middle of a forest with a couple of faceless people. Did you have a creative input on the video, or was sort of presented to you and you went along with it?
No, I definitely I have an input. I made both of those videos with a friend, Alex Badham, and I enjoy working with Alex because, we are able to pretty much just sit down over a cup of coffee and come up with an idea together. And so that makes it fun, and it makes it easy. I don't necessarily enjoy the process of making music videos. Sometimes they are great, and sometimes they're just monotonous and boring. But I mean, look, first world problems. It's like it's fine. It is what it is. It comes with the territory. But both those videos were great because, like I said, just Alex and I just came up with something that we thought would be fun to do, and it was. Now, coming up after the tour, you've got A Day on the Green with Something for Kate, UMI, Spiderbait, Jebediah, The Meanies. It sounds, it's a fantastic lineup for the punters, but I'm assuming for you guys backstage, it's going to be just a great tour to be a part of, hanging out with friends. Absolutely.
So how did it all come about? The tour, were you just approached, or it was sort of?
We actually kind of. It sort of came together between us and UMI, sort of talking about doing some shows together, and then suddenly it just became this wider thing, which is great. And so we've sort of roped in a bunch of other, friends' bands. And, it's going to be like Home Bake 98.
Well, that's what a lot of people are saying. They're saying, look, this lineup is something that, and people are playing Pokemon again, and Clinton's running for president. It's very much a 90s nostalgia thing going on.
That's quite funny. Yeah.
So, it does sound like it's, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a fantastic tour. One last thing I'd like to ask you, because two things we have in common. We are both passionate St Kilda supporters, and we're both born post 1966 when the Saints won their only flag.
That's right.
What would you rather, a St Kilda Premiership or an ARIA award?
St Kilda Premiership for sure.
Geelong and Hawthorn supporters don't, I guess, understand what it means. It's sort of just a given thing for them. But
to me, when I think about St Kilda winning a flag, it's one of those things that I hope it happens in my lifetime.
Yes.
And when it does happen, I just know that it's going to be, a day I won't forget. And it's my whole family too. It's not just me. So, my whole family are passionate Saints supporters. So it's going to just be a very happy day for myself and a lot of my loved ones. So I think that to me would trump winning a prize for being a guy in a band.
But a lot of people as well, because Dan Sultan, Tex Perkins, you were approached by the club to record the song. And we would say you were talking about a music festival you played with Tex Perkins on Grand Final Day. And the two of you asked for your own enclosed area to watch the match.
That was 2009, and I wasn't even playing at the festival. Tex was playing at the festival, but obviously we all wanted to watch the game, so Tex sort of made these stipulations that we needed to have a room, and we sort of pre-arranged the whole thing. We went over to the festival and joined him and his band, and watched the game, and that's probably the closest I'll ever come to seeing Tex cry.
Well, hopefully an ARIA award and a premiership are on their way in the very near future. Paul, thank you very much. All the best for the rest of the tour and upcoming down the green as well.
Yep.
And yeah, great. Thanks for joining us again.
Pleasure. Thanks, Steve.
Cheers, mate. Cheers.